my name is Donovan, and I play guitar and sing in Dinosoul, and this is the type of meditation that I have experience in, and I'm going to kind of show you what that is today and introduce this method. And I just want to say that I am not a certified Vipassana teacher, but I've been to a Vipassana 10-day course. So what the Vipassana method is it arises from Buddhist meditation. The method I'm doing is Gonika's method, and it's basically like a body scan, and creating consciousness within your body and staying present to where you are at in your body and not allowing thoughts or discomforts distract you from where you are doing your body scan. So before we get into the actual body scan, the first thing that you learn to do in Vipassana is Anapana, and that is understanding your breath coming in and your breath coming out. And this small sensation on the top of your lip and underneath your nostrils is what you want to feel when you're doing Anapana. And that's to kind of like set the baseline of feeling sensation in your body and being tuned in. So we're going to do Anapana for about a minute. Typically you do this for 20 minutes. Vipassana itself is actually an hour 2 times a day. But when we do that, we're just going to do 10 minutes of it. So we'll do Anapana for 1 minute. And when we're doing Anapana, you're going to sit up nice and tall. Okay. Your hands can be just kind of over your knees. They can be flipped up. However you feel comfortable. This is just the position that you're going to be cross-legged. Usually with Vipassana, people can sit on a pillow or put pillows under their knees because we are there for a pretty long time. So with Anapana, you're just going to sit up nice and tall. Okay, try to align your spine, cervical, thoracic, and lumbar spine, tucking your chin a little bit. Your eyes are going to be closed, and you're going to be focusing right on the top of your lip and underneath your nostril. And what you're going to be doing is breathing in your nose and out your nose, okay? So you can use a little bit of your mouth if you don't feel comfortable using just the nose to breathe in and out, but try to focus more on that area. So we're going to do 1 minute of this, and I'll kind of guide you through it. So sitting nice and tall. And when you're doing this, you're not trying to breathe like extremely heavy. You're really just trying to focus on that area and feeling the air hit the top of your lip and underneath your nostril, because that's going to give you the guidance of feeling sensation on your body and on your skin. Pretty fast minute, but so the whole goal of that is to like calm everything else in your body down and just feel the air hitting the top of your mouth. Okay, so that's Anapana. And typically if you go to a Vipassana course, you have to do 10 days first, and we did that for literally 3 days for like 10 hours of meditation. So it takes a lot longer to understand that feeling and to start with that sensation. So now I'm going to go through Vipassana and go through the body scan, okay? And what the body scan is to really create awareness on your skin and your body and your sensation. We're going to be very on the surface of our skin. Deeper Vipassana methods might go more deep into the body, but this is more just the sensation in your body. So the intention is to not react to any other sensations that you're feeling in your body or your mind, okay? So we're not doing any meditation where we're trying to use energy or the pineal gland, or just any type of, not escaping, but, feeling of a higher power. This is all drawn within and being conscious of your body. Okay? So we're going to be in the same position here. Okay, and we're going to do this for about 10 minutes, and I'm going to guide you from the skull through the arms, through the front of the chest, to the back, to the legs, and then the other leg, okay? And each time we'll go down and then up, okay? So we're going to do this. I'm going to start just with the 3 bells to kind of like tune us in. And usually a bell hits every 5 minutes, but I'll probably just do it in the beginning. So I'm going to do 3 bells. So you're going to sit up really tall, and the whole time you're doing this, you're still doing Anapana, okay? So you're still trying to feel that sensation of breath, okay? So what we're going to do is you're going to sit up nice and tall, eyes are closed, and the whole time you're not supposed to move, okay? You're not supposed to react to anything, so you want to make sure you're very comfortable, okay? So we're going to start with the top of the head, the crown of the head. You're going to feel the top of your skull where your hair is, okay? And you're just going to feel the sensation there, okay? Just try to mindfully feel that area of your body, just on the top of your crown, okay? And then you're going to kind of, with your eyes, you're going to kind of move in your thought, but within, you're going to move down to the back of your skull, right above your neck, on your occipital bone. And then you're going to kind of move right and left with your mind to your ears and feel the sensation of your ears. And notice any temperature, notice any, maybe there's like a certain breeze or warmth. Notice anything in this specific area. Top of your ear coming down to the bottom where your earlobes are. And you're just traveling along these lines that you're kind of making up yourself and just moving through the body, going down to the jawline and the sides of your face. And then you're going to move up to your cheeks, the front of your eyes, underneath your eyes. And then you're going to move into your eyes and around your eyes. And you might feel like some different sensations within these areas that you're focusing on. Like currently my left eye feels like it's twitching. And I'm just noticing it, but I'm noticing it because it's there. But when I pass, I move forward. I don't stay there. I'm not reacting to it. I'm just noticing it. Now I'm moving up to my forehead. I'm noticing a little bit of tension there just from probably scrunching my face and thinking. So I'm going to kind of relax that area. And that's where I am right now. Now I am noticing my eyes still twitching, but I'm going to try to not necessarily ignore that, but just pass it by. Pass it by because I'm not there right now. I'm not going to be distracted by it. Then I'm going to move down from my forehead to the top of my nose. Now there is a lot of coordination happening because you are moving throughout your body and you're also practicing Anapana. And then you're moving down to the tips of your nose, the tip of your nose. And then you'll slide down in front of your lip. And feel the sensations on your lip. Maybe some tingling. Maybe you might feel even numbness. There might be some sharp pains. And then you're going to come down to the chin. And you're going to keep moving down for the front of the neck. Good. And then you're going to move over over to the top of the right shoulder along the clavicle. So now I'm on the top of my right shoulder. You might feel a tightness, maybe a little bit more deeper inside the body. And notice where you are. Your intention is stay where your focus is. Because you're going to feel other parts of your body kind of highlighting and, screaming for attention. But what you're going to do is stay where you are. It's very hard to do this, but the more fluidly you move, the better you'll have control over this. And now I'm moving down the front of my arm, where my bicep is, where my deltoids are, going down the front of my arm, down to the front of my elbow. Now I'm moving on to my forearm. And I'm moving into my right wrist, into my top of my hand. And now I'm kind of thinking about all of my fingers and my thumb and moving into that position or those points in my body. Now I'm going to curl underneath my fingers and my thumb and be on the other side of my palm. And I'm moving up through my palm to the other side of my forearm, not the top of it, but the other side, the flexing side. And then I'm going to be moving to my elbow. And then up my arm through the back of my tricep, all the way up into the back of my shoulder into my rear deltoids. Rear deltoid. And then I'm going to line my scapula because I'm on the back of my body right now. And then I'm going to flip to the front of my right clavicle, right in the front of my chest. And feel my chest. And then I'm going to move right across my sternum in the front here. And I'm moving on my left clavicle to my left side of my body. Onto my right or my left shoulder. My anterior deltoid, feeling that sensation there. Going down the front of my left bicep. Into the left elbow, the front of the elbow. And then in the top of the forearm. To the top of the hand. My fingers and thumbs, those extensors, the tops of them, rolling over my hand into my flexors and my palm, and then venturing back up through my forearm, my flexors, the bottom side, and then I'm at my elbow going up my left arm, my left triceps, into the back of my left shoulder, where my humerus meets my scapula, and now I'm kind of drawing back along the top of my back, and then I'm going to come back to the front of my clavicle and be right in the center here, where my sternum meets my clavicles. Now I'm going to feel my chest. I'm going to go down and scan where my pecs are, my pectoralis major, and my chest area. Down my sternum, right to where my ribs are. Feeling my obliques, my sides of my stomach and my abdomen. Feeling my navel, my belly button. And even my iliac crest, the tops of my hips. And then I'm going to come back up through my abdomen, back to the tops of my chest, and then where my sternum and my clavicle meet. And then I'm going to kind of wrap around here to my cervical spine and my neck. Underneath my skull, my occipital bone, and then I'm going to start at the top of my cervical, 1 and 2. And then I'm going to move down my spine. Typically this goes a little bit slower. This is kind of how the routine is of the body scan. I'm moving down my spine. At the same time, I'm scanning the top of my trap, moving down my scapula into my lats, underneath my scapula, feeling my spine still. I'm on my back of my ribs. I'm moving down my entire back, all the way until where my pelvis is, and the top of my sacrum. And you might notice other areas of your body just not feeling well. Some of these are distractions, and what we're trying to do is eliminate the reaction to those and stay present to where we are scanning our body. Okay? So now we're going to move into the front of the hip on my right side, where my iliac crest is. I'm right here on my right side. Okay, and then I'm going to move down my femur, the front of my leg. We'll start with the front of your leg, my leg, all the way down to the top of the knee. And I'm scanning my patella now onto my knee. And now I'm on the front of my leg, my tibia, moving down into my ankle joint, on the top of my foot, my extensors, moving through my right foot on the top. And then I'm going to curl over my toes, feel my toes, and then I'm on the bottom of my foot, my right foot, scanning the plantar fascia, the bottom of the foot, onto the bottom of my heel, my calcaneus. And I'm on the back of my heel now, coming up my Achilles, into my calf, moving up through my calf. And you can scan pretty wide here. This isn't just the back and the front. This is kind of, the sides as well, And then I'm going to come up in the back of my knee to that joint. And now I'm on my hamstrings, in the back of my thigh, moving all the way into my ischium, which is the bottom of your pelvic bone, into my pubic bone. So I'm coming through my hamstring, my ischium, then moving up to my pubic bone here, which is still part of your pelvis joint. And now I'm going to come over to the top of my iliac crest. Okay? And I'm going to be moving along my femur again on my left side. Moving down into my patella, which is my kneecap. And then I'm going to go into the front of my knee, down my tibia, your shin, into the ankle joint, getting the sides of the ankle as well. And then the front of the foot, all my extensors, top of the foot, into the toes. Make sure you feel your toes. Feel what's going on down there. And then I'm curling around my toes onto the bottom of my foot, into my plantar fascia, down into my heel, the back of my heel, moving back up to my calf, going into the back of my knee, and then moving along my hamstrings and the back posterior side of my thigh, all the way until I hit my ischium, which is your sit bone, And then moving up into my pubic area right here, where your two hip bones kind of meet together, your two sides of your pelvic girdle. And then I'm just going to kind of move back up the center of my spine in the front here, all the way back up into my face. And then the top of my crown area. Okay, so now you can kind of open your eyes. And so that's a total body scan, a little bit sped up. Typically these take about maybe 10 to 15 minutes to scan a body, and then you want to do about 6 scans per the hour. You're supposed to do it for an hour and you're not supposed to move. And when you do this, there's not really a lot of talking. I'm just guiding you through it. So you don't want to hear anything else other than a bell every 5 minutes. You don't want to hear your own thoughts. You're just moving through your body in those specific areas. And the whole point of it, of Vipassana, is to kind of eliminate the desire to either, not feel other pain or to want pain to stop. So, or even feeling pleasure in a certain area that you might kind of be not necessarily present. You might just kind of feel, that it feels good there, I'm going to stay there, but that's also an attachment. And the other way around it is, if you feel another area of your body kind of like, trying to get your attention, your desire is for that to go away, but you don't also want that desire for it to go away. So the point is to stay present the entire time of where you are in the body. And what those are called, whether they're mental thoughts coming up or physical distractions, they're called sankharas. And the whole point is to not react to them. And not reacting to other parts of your body whenever you're doing your scan, being consciously aware of where you are, is understanding that in real life, where you're not going to react to things in your own life, and knowing that whatever is happening in your body and your mind is impermanent. It's going to change and it's going to go away. So kind of just staying present is the whole theme and the whole idea of Vipassana. So and the whole goal of it is equanimity. That he talks a lot about that in Vipassana, and that just means being mentally composed and not reacting, just feeling centered and just moving through life without any distractions or expectations or being upset. So this is something that I kind of enjoy as far as meditation, and just because I'm a very grounding person, I like to feel a lot, and this kind of resonates with me. So this is called Vipassana, and it's a Buddhist meditation. And if you ever do want to do a Vipassana course, a 10-day course, you can go to dhamma.org and sign yourself up. It's a donation class, and but be prepared for it, because it's about 100 hours of meditation. So, and silent meditation. You don't speak to anyone until the last day, and you're there to kind of develop yourself without identifying with yourself too much as well. So that's what that is, and I'm Donovan, and